So let's go, except for the net. Yeah, I know. Thankfully, let's move it up. Let's move it upstairs, and it's really tough. We're gonna go in the yellow with the glasses. That's you. That's you. And then we're gonna move up and go with the guy in the white hat.
All around you.
Hi, I'm Margaret Wright from Lake Stevens. I'm a conservative, and I would like to ask you 2 things. Number one, you represent me and the people here, and I would like to know if you're really hearing what they're saying. It's going to change any way you go back to Washington, D.C. and vote or not vote or whatever on this bill. My second question is, if 85% of us are happy with what we have, why don't you design a health care package for the 15% who are not or uncovered?
It's Margaret, right? Yeah, Margaret. Just in terms of representation, Margaret, you can tell, and I'm not asking, believe me, I'm not asking for sympathy, I'm not asking for empathy, I'm not asking for anything that ends with pathy, okay? But you can, by being here, you can tell that there's a group of folks who might be more inclined to line up with you, and that there's a group of folks that might be more inclined to line up with, say, Allison, right? Well, you know, someone's organized. Look, shocking that people became organized to a town hall. Oh my gosh, you know. It never happened before in the history of America. It's okay to come organized to a town hall. It's okay to get your points across. It may not be okay to interrupt people or interrupt your neighbors, but it's certainly okay to come organized and get your point across. So the point about representation is that I have to hear from a lot of folks with a lot of different views and try to make some determinations about the bill, or any bill, in the end. And is what I'm hearing while I've been home important to me, and does it have an impact on me, and does it help me make my decision? Sometimes it helps very well, sometimes it makes it tougher. Just because of in health, certainly in healthcare, it's folks who are coming to the town halls are you know, it's evenly split. So I have to try to discern.
Answer the question, Rick!
It can be tough to discern, sort of divine, what the one view in the second congressional district is.
Okay, just getting out of the way so you
but
can picture.
What I asked at the beginning was for people to give me specifics, to tell me what works, what doesn't work. And the thing that you pointed out about, well, 85% of folks are satisfied, why don't you do something for the 15%? For the 85% who are satisfied with health care, as I noted earlier about some of the changes that will take place and improve healthcare insurance for people who already have it, I'm hoping that people are supportive of that. And, okay, I'm hoping that everybody but the person who said no is supportive of that. But the other thing I want to point out is that this bill also is trying to address that 15%, the numbers of uninsured as well. And the challenge we're going to face is, can you do that in one bill? Right? That's kind of what we're trying to find out. That's why I'm here today, trying to find out and get input from folks and help me understand if we can do that in one bill.
Rewrite.
Are we helping? Yeah,
Rewrite.
Great. Someone asked if this is helping, and it's great.
Rewrite.
That wasn't sarcasm. Let's bring it down in the purple in the front row.
What about the guy in the white hat?
Oh, I'm sorry. You know, guy in the white hat? Don't move. I'm going to get to you right after this. Sorry about that.
as far as the government being riddled with fraud, I don't think the government could ever hold a candle to the amount of fraud that goes on in the private sector. Just today, Boeing was hit with another $2 million fine for fraud in a whistleblowing case. But you asked what would be good, what would help. I think a lot of people here don't want any changes for their own private reasons. There are a lot of people here who don't want to have to settle for the measly compromises that are put forth in these bills. But what I would like to know is, when we're spending trillions of dollars to kill people in Iraq and Afghanistan, have you given thought to using some of that money for health care? And I'm also with Radical Women in Seattle. I'd like you to know that. I'm not a conservative.
We'll figure that out.
If you can wrap up.
I think it would be great if you'd stop bailing out private businesses, which, unlike the post office, have not run into $80 and $100 billion debts. Stop bailing them out and consider using the money that apparently is there for health care, for education, and all the other things that you guys have pegged onto our property tax.
Education's another one.
Thank you, and I don't mean to be flip, but I'll pass your comments on the Jim Kerman.